little iPad has got a new version too, the iPad Mini 3. Before coming to this one and the differences of the predecessor, I just wanted to present you the differences of the sizes. Here we have the Air 2 because it's nothing different than on the predecessors, but you have to see the difference, I guess, by yourself because this is a lot and the price difference is only just 100 euros, at least here in Germany, Europe. You pay less for the Mini. So if you're always going with a backpack or whatever, you can, of course, store your Air, and especially on tablets, bigger is better. If you have just lightweight or just no luggage at all, then of course a Mini is better. Can put it in your pocket, especially inside of your jacket, for example, because it's more lightweight. We're talking about 331 grams instead of 437. I'm sorry. So this is a bigger difference. You really will feel that, even if it's still a little bit bigger, because we're talking here about 7.5 millimeters instead of 6.1. So a little bit you will feel that, yeah, sure, but this is mobility, and this is, yeah, for example, if for your sofa, for your bureau or whatever. So if you can afford and store it, the Air 2 is the better one, of course. Nevertheless, you have, of course, the same features, same functionality. For example, if you're using, for example, this keypad, you can type over here just the same way. But for example, if we compare, let's go to photos, for example, having, let's say, this one and going to the same picture here on the Air 2, just to see or to show that it's heavy over here. Yeah, here we go. That's the difference of almost 10-inch, 9.7-inch or 7.9-inch display. So this is, of course, especially for photos, videos, presentations, is this a little bit better. Let me go to full screen mode, like this one here. That's how it looks like. That's, of course, more impressive on a big display. Nevertheless, it's the same resolution, again, the same like on the predecessor. So again, it's 2048 by 1536 pixels, exactly like here. So that's why you have a higher pixel density here. We're talking about 326 instead of 264 ppi over here. So of course, a difference you will see. On the other hand, let's go like this one here and go to this mode. For example, if you want to compare the texts here, app stores, for example, let me go a little bit closer so that you can see for yourself. These are, yeah, it's a little bit sharper, but nevertheless a little bit smaller here on the Mini. So it's a pro and cons, keeping, I guess, at least the same things together. So $100 only difference. Be aware of that. Again, I can only repeat that not often enough. So what are the differences of the Mini 3 compared to its predecessor? And that's easy to answer, almost nothing. It's two things. First of all, you have now, just like on the Air 2 here, below that mechanical home button, you have that fingerprint sensor, you know, from the iPhone, for example, and you have, of course, higher capacities of the memory. So instead of 16 and 32, we now have 16, 64, and 128 gigabyte memory. You know, like always on Apple, you can't expand the internal memory. You have cloud, yeah, but you do not have any micro SD slot, or you can not use USB sticks or something on the USB slot, whatever, or the Lightning slot. So internal memory is of high value on iPads, of course. So you have to pay for it. It's now $389, $489, $589 for the Wi-Fi version. Again, Wi-Fi without AC, that's reserved exclusively for the Air 2. I do not know why. And 120 bucks more for the 4G version. making that 409, 609, 709. Again, $100 only. Doesn't matter which version, more than less than for the Air 2, and $100 more compared to the Mini 2. So that's something you really should be aware of, that you're getting the same device just with bigger capacity of the internal memory. If you do not choose, and that would be really not a good idea, the 16 gigabyte version, because this one is now costing $389 instead of $289 on the Mini 2. So be aware of that. You now know the facts, unless you do not want that Touch ID sensor so extremely that you're that it's okay for you to pay for this one just $100 more. Yeah, same size, same weight, same feeling. That is great, of course, but be honest, it's the old Mini 2 with just more capacity of internal memory, and that's at least because we have the same processor. Again, it's at A7. You have the same resolution, same display, same camera. For me, Apple is going a little bit easy on that, in my opinion, calling that a Mini 3. So, but nevertheless, you now know the facts. It's your decision, of course. I hope I could help you a little bit presenting you the iPad Mini 3. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.